Hello students, welcome back to our class. So in today's class we are going to see the topic quadratic functions. Okay, quadratic functions. So in last class we have seen the linear inequalities. So in today's class we are going to see the quadratic functions. Okay, so already we know that what is quadratic equation, right? Equation which is of order degree 2 is said to be the quadratic equation. So the function which is involving the quadratic equations, the quadratic polynomial, it is said to be the okay. So the quadratic function, it will be in the format of p of x is equal to a into x square plus bx plus c. So what is the quadratic equation? When we write as ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. So the function which is involving the quadratic equation, this quadratic form is said to be the quadratic function. We are going to solve the quadratic function in this subdivision. Okay, see here quadratic formula. So now we are going to arrive the quadratic formula using the completing the square method. This and all you have learnt in the 10th standard. So this is a slight recap for you. So completing the square method you have learned that in the 10th standard. Okay, so the let us take the quadratic function p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. So what's the quadratic what's the method of steps for completing the square method? What happens? We should take the the first element is x square element, right? The coefficient of x square element is a. We have to divide all the elements by a. So what happens? X square plus b divided by a into x plus c divided by a. Okay, c divided by a. So what happens? We are taking a outside, a into x square plus 2 into okay, b divided by a into x plus c divided by a, and again we are multiplying by 2 on both sides. We are multiplying by 2 in the coefficient of dividing by it by 2 in the coefficient of x. Okay, 2b divided by 2a into x. After that what happens is x squared plus 2b divided by 2a into x. So divided by this one we get, right. So after that we have to add and subtract the coefficient of this term, the x term divided by 2, that is coefficient of x divided by 2. We have to add and subtract coefficient of x divided by, what is the coefficient of that x? 2b divided by 2a divided by 2a, this 2 and this 2 cancel. The answer is b divided by 2a plus minus plus b divided by 2a the whole square of, okay, the whole square of, minus b divided by 2a the whole square plus c divided by a. Okay, after this a as it is x square plus, see here, this is in the format of a plus b the whole square. Here a is x and b is b divided by 2a the whole square. What happens? X square plus b divided by 2a the whole square plus 2 into b divided by 2a into x, right. These three terms we can write it as x plus b divided by 2a. So a into this term, and the remaining terms are, what are the remaining terms? Minus a into b square divided by 4 into a square plus c. C into a divided by a, it becomes c. Okay, this is what we are getting. Okay, and again see here what we can take here is, okay, this becomes a into x plus b divided by 2a the whole square plus p of b divided by 2a. This becomes, what is p of b divided by 2a? Instead of x we have to substitute this. So we will be arriving at this, that is p of x is equal to, if we put p of x is equal to 0 means what happens? This becomes 0. Okay, then what we get is a into x plus b divided by 2a the whole square, okay, plus p of b divided by 2a is equal to 0. Therefore taking this to the right hand side, what happens? X plus b divided by 2a the whole square is equal to minus p of b divided by 2a. So if we substitute this, what happens? We will get minus of b square minus 4ac divided by 4a. When we put p of b divided by 2a, when we substitute instead of when we substitute b divided by 2a instead of x, we will be arriving at b square minus 4ac divided by 4a. We are having one minus here. Okay. So here take this a this side. What happens when we take this a this side? It becomes 4 into a square. Now here we have x plus b divided by 2a the whole square is equal to this term. Now on taking square root on both sides, this left hand side becomes x plus b divided by 2a is equal to, okay, x plus a divided by 2a is equal to minus of, okay, minus of root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2 into a. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, plus or minus. Okay, plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by the square root of 4 into a square is 2 into a. Bring this b divided by 2a that side, it becomes minus b divided by 2a. So the answer is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 2 into ac divided by 2a. Okay, the value of x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, this is the quadratic formula. This is said to be the quadratic formula. So we already we have seen that in this formula, what is the discriminant? Discriminant is denoted by del. The value of discriminant is b square minus 4ac. This term is alone said to be the discriminant. So this discriminant is used to find the nature of the roots of the given quadratic equation. Okay. Okay. See how we are going to find this. This is discriminant value. In your book they have given, okay, nature of roots. Okay, this nature of roots, and it is in the axis, that is parabolic axis. Parabolic axis. If discriminant is greater than 0, that is positive. If discriminant is greater than 0, that is positive, means the nature of roots are real and distinct. Distinct means unequal, that is two different roots we will have. Okay, if this means then the parabola intersects x axis in 2 points, okay. If x is equal to 0, if x is equal to 0 means the roots are real and equal. Distinct means different, okay. Roots are real and distinct. This is roots are real and there will be two roots, but it will be equal roots. Okay, so it intersects here. The parabola intersects x axis in 1 point. Okay, and again next one is x less than 0. That is, if the x value is less than 0, it is no real roots. No real roots. No real roots means the parabola does not intersect x axis. Does not intersect x axis. Okay, this is how we are going to find the nature of the roots. If the discriminant's value, and we find the value like this, the given question will be like this, right? A into x square minus bx plus c. So b, a and c are the coefficients. We can take that from the function itself. Okay. So if the discriminant value is greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. There will be two roots which are real, and if it is equal to 0, the roots are real and equal. If it is less than 0, the roots are not real roots. Okay. Okay. So now let us enter into the example. The first example is example 2.10. Okay. If a and b are the roots of the given equation, the equation is x square minus px plus q equal to 0. Find the value of, you have to find the value of 1 by a plus 1 by b. equal to what? Where a and b are the roots of the given equation. So before that we will be knowing something, that is sum of the roots and product of the roots. We can write it from the equation directly. If the equation is given like this, a into x squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If alpha and beta are two roots of the given equation, sum of the roots alpha plus beta will be equal to minus b divided by e. Minus b, this is the formula, I have to mark this. Then product of the roots alpha into beta will be equal to c divided by, this is c and this is c. Here it is minus of b divided by 2. This is you have been learned this in the smaller class. That is, you have learned this in the previous class. This is 10th. So just go through, that's very important. Okay, now you have to, since they have given a and b are roots of this, now from this we can write a plus b, that is sum of the roots is equal to minus of b divided by a. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus p and c is equal to q. Okay, what is value of minus b? Minus of minus p is p divided, what is a is 1. A plus b is p, and what is a into b? Product of the roots is c divided by a. What's the value of c? C is q divided by 1, which is equal to q. Now we have to find 1 by a plus 1 by b. Taking LCM, what happens? AB, b plus a, that is a plus b in the numerator and ab in the denominator. What is a plus b's value? P. What is ab's value? Q. This is the answer we are required. P by q is the value. 1 by a plus 1 by b is equal to p divided by q. Now example 2.11. Okay. Find the complete set of values of a for which the quadratic x square minus x plus a plus 2 is equal to 0 has equal roots. We have to find the complete set. The given condition is, they have given the quadratic equation, it is having equal roots. What does that mean? That the quadratic equation is having equal roots? Equal root means the discriminant value should be equal to 0. Sorry, this is discriminant, okay, not x. If discriminant value should be equal to 0, the given quadratic equation is x squared minus ax plus a plus 2 is equal to 0. From this shall we write a, b and c. What is a? A is equal to 1. What is b? B is equal to the coefficient of x, that is minus a. What is c? C is equal to a plus 2, constant of a plus 2. So we have to find discriminant. So the given condition is the roots are equal. If the roots are equal means the condition is del should be equal to 0. That is del. What's the value of del? B squared minus 4ac should be equal to 0. Shall we substitute the values now? Okay. What is b? B is minus a. Minus a, the whole square is a squared minus 4 into what's the value of a? A is 1 into what's the value of c? C is a plus 2 equal to 0. Okay, equal to 0. Now a squared minus 4a minus, let it be outside. 4 into a plus 4 into 2 is 8 is equal to 0. A squared minus 4a minus 8 is equal to 0. So shall we solve this? Minus 8. Okay, minus 8. How can we solve this minus 8? Shall we solve through this method? 4 into 2, but we should get plus 4 while adding this. We can't get like this, therefore we are using the formula method. Okay, what's the formula method? A is equal to minus b. Here what is a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 4, c is equal to minus 8. The value is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, what is minus b? Minus of minus 4 is 4 plus or minus root of b square is minus 4 the whole square is 16. B square minus 4 into a into c. Already we have one minus and here one minus plus 4 into 1 is 4. 4 into 8 is 8, 4 is 32 divided by 2 into a. A is 1, 2 into 1 is 2, which is equal to 4 plus or minus root of 48 divided by 2, which is equal to 48, 2, 2, 4, 2, 12, 2, 6, 2, 3, right? Am I right? Yes. Therefore, we can take this as 4, 2 is there. Therefore, instead of 4, 2, we can take 2, 2 outside. This can be written as 4 plus or minus 4 root 3 divided by 2, which is equal to 2 plus or minus 2 into root 3, right? So, what is the value? 2 plus 2 root 3 and 2 minus 2 root 3. In your book they have given 2 plus root 12, right? So, this 2 they haven't taken outside. If you take this inside, it becomes 2 into 2, that is 4 into 3. So, 2 plus root 12, 2 minus root 12. So, either both answers are correct. Okay, this is the solution set. Now, example 2.12. Example 2.12. Find the number of solutions of x square plus modulus of x minus 1 is equal to 1. They have to find the number of solutions, that is we have to find the number of roots. Okay. So, they have given, since the modulus is involved here, it will be divided into two cases. If modulus of x is greater than or equal to 1 and modulus of x is less than 1. The first case is if x is greater than or equal to 1. Okay. Now, what happens here? Modulus of x minus 1 will be equal to x minus 1. The given condition will be x squared plus x minus 1 equal to 1. Okay. Therefore, x squared plus x, bring this minus 1, this side, it becomes minus 1. Minus 1 is minus 2 is equal to 0. So, minus 2 can be written as 2 into 1. Minus here, 2 into minus 1 is minus 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. Therefore, this can be written as x plus 2, x minus 1 equal to 0. The value of x is minus 2 comma 1. But the condition is x should be greater than or equal to 1. Therefore, this is neglected. Therefore, the only possible here is x should be equal to 1. And the second case is x is less than 1. Second case is x is less than 1. X is less than 1. What it becomes? Modulus of x minus 1 is equal to minus of x minus 1, which is equal to 1 minus x. 1 minus x. Instead of modulus of x minus 1, you have to use 1 minus x. What happens? The question is x squared plus 1 minus x equal to 1. Bring this minus 1 this side. Minus 1 equal to 0. This one and this one gets cancelled. Therefore, x square minus x is equal to 0. Take one x outside. What happens? X minus 1. X into x minus 1 equal to 0. The solution is x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1. But the given condition is x should be less than 1. Therefore, this is neglected. The only possible is x is equal to 0. Therefore, the solution set is, what is the solution set? In this we have 0 and this we have 1. Solution set is 0 comma 1. So, the number of solutions is 2. The number of solution for the given conditions, we have to find the number of solution only. No, the number of solution is 2, that is 0 and 1. Okay. Now, with this we are completing the example sums. Now, we are moving on to the exercise sums. Okay. Exercise number 2.4. Exercise number 2.4. See the first question. Construct a quadratic equation with roots. They have given two roots. With that, we have to find the quadratic equation. The roots are 7 and minus 3. We can write, see they have given the roots. So, we already know that x square minus of sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots will be equal to 0. With this, from this one we can find the equation using the roots. Okay, this is a formula like thing, you have to mug up this. So, the sum of the roots, what is the sum of the roots? Sum is equal to 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. What is the product? Product is equal to 7 into minus 3 is equal to minus 21. So the equation is x square minus of product sum of the roots is 4 minus 4x plus product of the roots minus 21. Minus 21 equal to 0. This is the required equation. Okay, the next sum. A quadratic polynomial has one of its roots 1 plus root 5 and is satisfied. P of 1 is equal to 2. Find the quadratic polynomial. So, next one is also the same, but you have to find the another one root and you have to find. You have given it is a quadratic polynomial. So, quadratic polynomial means it is of degree 2. The degree 2 means how many roots will be there? There will be 2 roots. So, the given condition is the one root is 1 plus root 5. So, in 10th standard you have been learnt the rational and irrational roots. If this is one of the roots, other root will be 1 minus root 5 according to the irrational roots theorem. According to the irrational roots, you have learned this in 10th standard. If 1 plus root 5 is one of the root, the another root for the quadratic equation will be 1 minus root 5. So, we have find 2 roots. So, we have to find the polynomial equation, right. So, like this we can find the polynomial equation. First, we have to find the sum. What is the sum? Sum is 1 plus root 5. Okay, since it is polynomial, let us find the sum. 1 plus root 5 plus 1 minus root 5. So, in this case here, the sum is 2. Okay, the product next. Product is equal to 1 plus root 5 into 1 minus root 5. So, this is in the format of a plus b into a minus b. The formula is a square minus b square. 1 square is 1 minus root 5 the whole square is 5, which is equal to minus 4. So, we have to find the equation. So, the p of x, okay, equation, polynomial equation p of x. Since it is a polynomial, it must contain a constant element, okay, k into x square. Okay, it must see x square, it may consist of some polynomial, some coefficient. See, if it is they have asked a quadratic equation means we don't want to write this k. Since they have asked us to find the polynomial function, therefore we are writing an element k. If the value of k is 1, there is no coefficient for this. If the value of k is something, this may contain some coefficient. Therefore, we are writing some k here. Okay, x squared minus of sum of the roots is 2 minus of 2 into x plus product of the root is minus 4. Therefore, minus 4. Okay, and they have given a condition that p it satisfies the given the polynomial equation was satisfied. P of 1 is equal to 2. We have found the polynomial equation. Now, we have to find the value of k. For that, they have given that p of 1 is equal to 2. So, what is p of 1? P of k into 1 square is 1 minus 2 into 1 is 2 minus 4 is equal to 2. That is minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. 1 minus 6 is minus 5. Minus 5 into k is equal to 2. Therefore, k is equal to minus 2 divided by 5. Therefore, the given polynomial, the required polynomial equation is minus 2 divided by 5 into x squared minus 2x minus 4. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, now the third sum. If alpha and beta are roots of the quadratic equation, what is the quadratic equation? X squared plus root 2 into x plus 3 equal to 0. Form a quadratic polynomial with zeros. This equation, this equation has roots alpha and beta. So, from this, shall we take alpha plus beta? Sum of the roots is minus b divided by a. A is equal to 1, b is equal to root 2, c is equal to 3. Minus b is minus root 2 divided by a, the answer is minus root 2. Alpha into beta, c divided by a. C divided by a is 3 divided by 1, therefore 3. Okay, now we have to find the quadratic equation whose roots are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. So, So for finding the quadratic equation, we have to find the sum of the roots and product of the roots. The roots are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. Therefore 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta, which is equal to alpha plus beta divided by alpha beta, right? On taking LCM, we get alpha plus beta divided by alpha beta. What's the value of alpha plus beta? Minus root 2. Minus root 2 divided by alpha beta is 3. And products of the root is 1 by alpha into 1 by beta, which is equal to 1 by alpha into beta. 1 by alpha into beta is 1 divided by 3. Using this, shall we find the equation? Using this formula, okay. Okay, so the equation will be x square minus sum of the roots. What's the sum of the roots? Minus of, there is also one minus, plus root 2 divided by 3 into x plus product of the roots plus 1 divided by 3 is equal to 0. We can simplify this, that is taking LCM 3x square plus root 2 into x plus 1 equal to 0. The required equation is 3 into x square plus root 2 into x plus 1 equal to 0. This is the required equation. Okay, now the fourth sum. If 1 root of k into x minus 1 the whole square is equal to 5x minus 7. Okay, this is the given equation. If 1 root of k into x minus 1 the whole square is equal to 5x minus 7 is double the other root. Show that k is equal to 2 or k is equal to minus 25. That is, since it is a quadratic equation, first let us find this. This is a quadratic equation. Now let us simplify this. Okay. So k into, now expand this, x square plus 1 minus 2x is equal to 5x minus 7. Okay. K into x square plus k minus 2kx is equal to 5x minus 7. Okay. See, what x square term is, we have only one x square term, k into x square, and x term, here one x term, here one x term. Bring this to x term this side, it becomes minus 5, right? So taking minus outside, 5 plus 2k into x. The constant term, here it is x, here it is minus, sorry, here it is k, here it is minus 7. Bring this 7 this side, plus k plus 7 equal to 0. Okay, equal to 0. Okay, what we have here, we arrived at a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation. So what they have given is, so one of the roots they have given, right? One of the roots is double the other. Therefore, the two roots are 1. Double the other means 2 alpha. The two roots are alpha comma 2 alpha. From this, we can take A's value is A is equal to k. B's value is, what's B's value? Here it is minus, right? Minus of 5 plus, okay, minus of 5 plus 2k. What is the C value? C is equal to k plus 7. K plus 7. So, we have to find the other root, right? We have to find the other root. So, sorry, we have to find the value, we have to show that the value of k is equal to 2 or k is equal to minus 25, sorry, okay. So, see here, alpha plus 2 alpha first, sum of the roots, alpha plus 2 alpha is equal to 3 alpha is equal to minus b divided by 2a, minus b divided by a. What is minus of? B is minus of 5 plus 2k, so minus into minus plus 5 plus 2k divided by a. What's the value of k? A is k. Let it be as it is, okay. And then the product of the roots, alpha into 2 alpha is equal to 2 into alpha square, right? 2 into alpha squared is equal to c divided by a. What is c? C is k plus 7 divided by a is k. See here, from this we can take alpha is equal to 5 plus 2k divided by, take this 3 this side, it becomes 3k. 5 plus 2k divided by 3k. Here we got that to alpha is equal to 5 into 5 plus 2k divided by 3k. Here we got that alpha square is equal to, from this we can get that alpha square is equal to k plus 7 divided by 2k. Okay, let this be 1 and this be 2. Now substituting 1 and 2, that is substituting the alpha, so value of alpha, what happens here is 5 plus 2k the whole square divided by 3k the whole square is 9 into k square is equal to k plus 7 divided by 2 into k. So here 1k and this k gets cancelled. Now cross multiplying, 2 into, expand this, 25 plus 4 into k square plus 5 into 2 10, 10 into 2 is 20k is equal to 9k into k is 9 into k square plus 9k into 7 is 63 into k. Okay, bring this to this side. So multiply everything with 2. What happens? 4 2 is 8k square plus 40k plus 50 equal to 9k square plus 63k. Okay, bring this 8k square that side. What happens? Everything that side, you bring everything out that side. 9k square minus 8k plus 63k minus 40k minus 50 equal to 0. Okay, 9k square minus 8k square is k square plus 63 minus 40 is 23k minus 50 equal to 0. We have to solve for minus 50. So minus 50, 25 into 2. While this is minus 50, right? But while adding this both, we should get 23. This is minus here. 25 minus 2 is 23. 25 into minus 2 is minus 50. Therefore, k is k plus 25 into k minus 2 is equal to 0. From this, what's the value of k? K is equal to 2 or minus 25. This is what we have to prove, right? This is what we have to prove. Hence, we have proved that k is equal to or k is equal to minus 25. Okay. Now the fifth sum. If the difference of the roots of the equation is, they have given the equation is equal to their product, then prove that a is equal to 2. So, the given equation is 2 into x square minus a plus 1 into x plus a minus 1 equal to 0. Okay. So, here a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus of a plus 1, c is equal to a minus 1. Okay, what the condition is, if the difference of the roots of the equation is equal to the product. So, let us take alpha and beta are the roots. You have to write in words here alpha and beta are the roots, since the given condition is difference of the roots is equal to product of the roots. Alpha minus beta is equal to alpha beta. Okay, before that product of sum of the roots is equal to minus b divided by a. What is minus b? Minus of minus is bx plus a plus 1 divided by 2, and alpha beta is equal to, we know alpha beta is equal to alpha minus beta. Therefore, we can write it directly. Alpha minus beta is equal to c divided by a. C is a minus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so answer is like this. Alpha plus beta is equal to a plus 1 divided by 2. Alpha minus beta is equal to a minus 1 divided by 2. Now, shall we eliminate? Use the eliminate method. While adding this both, what we get? 2 alpha is equal to divided by 2 into a plus 1 plus a minus 1. This and this gets cancelled. Therefore, 2a is divided by 2 is equal to a. That is 2 into alpha is equal to a. Okay. So, what's the value of alpha? Alpha is equal to a divided by 2. Substitute this in first equation. What happens? Alpha is equal to a divided by 2. Therefore, beta will be equal to a plus 1 divided by 2 minus a divided by 2. Okay. So, what happens? Beta is equal to 1 divided by 2. Okay. Beta is equal to 1 divided by 2 and alpha is equal to 1 divided by 2. But we have to prove that a is equal to 2. What we have to prove? We have to prove A is equal to 2. So, take this one, alpha plus beta is equal to A plus 1 divided by 2. Value of A is A divided by, alpha is A divided by 2 and value of beta is 1 divided by 2. Therefore, A divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 2. So, the given condition is this, right? Alpha plus beta. Yes, alpha minus beta, right? Alpha minus beta. So, yes, the difference between equal, then prove that. So, alpha minus beta, what is alpha minus beta? A minus 1 divided by 2, which is equal to alpha into beta is, what is alpha? Alpha is A divided by 2, beta is 1 divided by 2 equal to A divided by 2, A divided by 4. Okay. So, if you solve like this, you do not want to solve like this, you can take from here, that is A is equal to 2 into alpha, right? What is the value of alpha? A into 2 into A divided by 2. So, A is equal to 2, we will get, right. So, before that we have taken from the question itself A is equal to 2. Okay. So, many methods we can prove that. Okay. Now, the sixth sum, find the condition that one of the roots of A into x squared plus bx plus c may be negative of the other, thrice the other. So, you have to find the conditions. Okay. So, first one is, they have given the equation. The first one is negative of the other. We have to find the condition for the one root is negative of the other. Therefore, the two roots will be alpha comma minus alpha. So, product alpha comma minus alpha. What is the sum is alpha minus alpha is equal to 0. Okay, alpha minus alpha is equal to, that is minus b divided by a. Okay, so b is equal to 0. This is the condition for the first one, that is then one is negative of the other. And then the second condition is thrice the other. Thrice the other means alpha comma 3 alpha. Alpha comma 3 alpha. First, the product of the roots is alpha plus 3 alpha is equal to, sorry, sum of the roots 4 alpha is equal to minus of b divided by a. So, from this we can take alpha is equal to minus b divided by 4 into a. Okay, and again product of the roots 3 alpha into alpha, which is 3 into alpha square is equal to c divided by a. Okay, from this alpha square is equal to c divided by 3a. Now, substitute the value of alpha here, what happens? Minus b the whole square is b square divided by 16 into a square is equal to c divided by 3a. Okay, so this one and here it can cancel, cross multiplying 3 into b square is equal to 16 into ac. This is a condition for the roots is thrice the other, one root is thrice the other. Now, the third condition, third subdivision. Third subdivision, one is reciprocal of the other. So, alpha comma 1 by alpha. Alpha plus 1 by alpha is equal to alpha square plus 1 divided by alpha, which is equal to minus b divided by a. And this one, alpha into product of the alpha into alpha is equal to 1, which is equal to c divided by a. So, the condition from here is c should be equal to a. This is the condition for the one root is the reciprocal of the other, c divided by, so c is equal to a. Now, let us see the seventh sum. With this we are completing the sixth sum. Seventh sum, if the equations x square minus ax plus b is equal to 0 and x square minus ex plus f is equal to 0. Okay, have one root in common, and if the second equation has equal roots, then prove that a is equal to 2 into b plus f. So, what is the question they have given is, you have to find the roots. First you have to find the roots. So, these both equations have one root in common. Okay, and this have two equal roots. That means here two roots and here one root will be the same root. Okay, so we have to find the what we have to find, a is equal to 2 into b plus f. Okay, so let us take the roots here as alpha comma beta, alpha comma beta, and since these two equations have one root as common, let the common root be alpha, and it has two equal roots. So for alpha and alpha, here alpha comma beta. Okay, now here sum of the roots, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b divided by a, minus of here b is minus a, minus of minus a divided by 1 is a, and here alpha beta is equal to c divided by a, here c is b. Okay, and here alpha plus alpha, sum of the roots alpha plus alpha is 2 alpha. Okay, 2 alpha is equal to minus b divided by, here b is minus e, minus of minus e is e alone, and product is alpha into alpha, alpha square is equal to f alone, f alone. From this what we can take is alpha is equal to e divided by 2, right? Alpha is equal to e divided by 2. Okay. Okay, what we have to prove is a into e is equal to, a into e is equal to 2 into b plus f. So now let us take LHS alone, a into e. Okay, what is a? A is alpha plus beta, which is alpha plus beta into e alone. What is e? E is 2 alpha, 2 into alpha. Okay, take this 2 alone outside and bring this alpha, multiply this alpha with every term, alpha square plus alpha beta. What is alpha square? Alpha square is f, 2 into f plus, what is alpha beta? B, right? This is what we have to prove, right? 2 into f plus beta, which is equal to RHS, hence proved. Hence proved. Okay, so with this we are completing the 7th sum. Now 8th sum. See, discuss the nature of the roots. They have given three equations. So this is the assignment for you. What you have to do? Nature of the roots, you have to only find the determinant value. Determinant value means del is equal to b square minus 4ac. In each and every equation, you have to find del value, and you have to check whether del value is greater than 0 or equal to 0 or less than 0. According to that, you have to tell whether the roots are real and distinct or real and equal or no real roots. You have to tell. This is the assignment for you. Okay, now let us see the 9th sum. What's the 9th sum? Without sketching the graphs, we don't want to sketch the graph. Find whether the graph of the following functions will intersect the x-axis, and if so, in how many points. So this can be we have seen on table, like determinants, nature of the roots and parabolic. So this also we are going to use the determinant value. Using the determinant value, we are going to find the given equations graph is intersecting the x-axis or not, and in how many points. Okay. See, the first question is y is equal to x squared plus x plus 2. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 1 and c is equal to 2. Okay. So del b square minus 4 into a into c. What is b square? 1 square. 1 minus 4 into a into c. 4 into 1 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8, which is equal to minus 7. What does this mean? Del is less than 0. Del is less than 0. It has no real roots. No real root means, therefore, the given graph does not intersect x-axis. The given graph does not intersect x-axis. So now let us see the second subdivision. Second subdivision is y is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 7. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 3, c is equal to minus 7. Del is equal to b square minus 4ac. What is b square minus 3 whole square is 9 minus 4 into a into c. 4 into 1 is 4. 4 into minus 7 is plus 28. Minus 28. Here we have already one minus. So minus into minus plus. So 28 plus 9 is 37. This is greater than 0, that is del is greater than 0. Del is greater than 0 means it has real and distinct roots. That means the given graph intersects x-axis in 2 points, right? In 2 points. The next subdivision, third subdivision. What's the third subdivision? X squared plus 6x plus 9. Here what's the value of A? A is equal to 1, B is equal to 6, C is equal to 9. Del is equal to B square minus 4A. B square is 36 minus 4 into A is 4 into 1 is 4. 9 into 4 is 36. Is equal to 0. See here we got del is equal to 0. Del is equal to 0 means it has real and equal roots. That means the graph intersects x-axis in only one point. Okay. Now the last sum. Okay, write f of x is equal to x squared plus 5x plus 4 in the completing the square method. Completing the square method we have seen, right? So shall we form? So what do you have to do first? Since if we have coefficient in x square, we have to take that out, but we don't have coefficient in x square. Now the next step is plus or minus coefficient of x divided by 2 the whole square on both sides, right? This is equal to x squared plus 5x. Okay, see, before that you have to multiply and divide by 2. 2 into 5x divided by 2. So plus, okay, so what happens with this one? 5 into 2 divided by 2 means 5 divided by 2 plus 5 divided by 2 the whole square minus 5 divided by 2 the whole square, the remaining is plus 4. Okay, see this alone, x squared plus 2 into 5x divided by 2 plus 5 divided by 2 the whole square. This is in the format of a plus b the whole square. This is equal to x plus 5 divided by 2 the whole square minus, this term is 25 divided by 4 plus 4. Okay, so x plus 5 divided by 2 the whole square minus divided by 16, divided by 4 minus 25 plus 16. Okay, this is equal to x plus 5 divided by 2 the whole square minus of, this one is minus 9 divided by 4. Okay, this can be written as minus 9 divided by 4 can be written as 3 divided by 2 the whole square. See, completing the square method. Okay, don't get confused, that is plus or minus coefficient. First we have to take out the coefficient of x square, then you have to multiply and divide by 2 in the second term, then you have to do this plus or minus coefficient of x divided by 2 the whole square, that is here plus 5 divided by 2 the whole square minus 5 divided by 2 the whole square. Next you have to form this. Okay, so with this we are completing this exercise. So let's meet in the next class. Thank you, students.